up, everybody? My name is Eris and I'll be a ferryman today, taking you guys back home. So let's get right into it. Hey guys, welcome on back. So we just got the magistrate to quit his election, which I need to talk to Galerius, but he's a little bit busy. So let us go do a little bit of investigating real quick. So we won't be able to get to an ending anytime soon. So in this episode, I want to focus on taking care of getting Dooley out, actually getting him free instead of just figuring it out. Like he doesn't deserve to be locked in there. I mean, he actually does, but he deserves to be free. But anyways, so let's get our conversation with Gallius started. So we can get our votes acquired for him so he can win, which will free Dooley, which will get me the key to the treasure and also the plaque that's in his cage. Hi friend, Salve.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
I've been reliving the same day over and over again.
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you?
No.
That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
Old King Sisyphus.
I know that. Why can't I, how so?
Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the god, he was forcing Tantalus. Oh.
Yeah, at least there's that.
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to
At least we're not in the underworld
is
what that was.
Friend, but you seem all right to me. So, I'll tell you what. I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you. And you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in.
Thanks, Galerius.
Anytime, friend. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll... Oh, and if our conversation...
Wait. That was Ulpius who walked by us during that conversation, by the way. One more thing.
Salve again, my Sisyphean friend. Now,
I like that. I love that nickname. Have you ever thought running for magistrate yourself?
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. And that's good enough for me.
Malleus withdrew from the election.
He did? Oh, that was unexpected. I wonder what could have possessed him to do that. Well, I guess it's time for me to step up then. I'll let Equitia know I'll be running.
Yes! Thank goodness. Because I'll be out of here.
Alright, friend. Hope you find a way to break that cycle.
Okay, I gotta go talk to a bunch of guys. Hi, Goose. You're cute. Yes, you do. Okay, let's go talk to a bunch of men. So we've secured Rufius and Virgil. Potentially Ulpius, if he's voting, since he's a free man. You.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Galerius.
Yes!
Sorted out my
Yes,
room.
I didn't have to talk to him about it.
For the first time in a long time, I'm not in constant pain. Good man.
Good man indeed. Let's talk about something else.
Fine.
I'm gonna get going.
See you around.
Man, I wish I could have every memory of everything I talked about.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst.
Love you, my
must
dude.
stick together, you and I.
I know, you have some questions, but I got some more.
Intrigue me more and more. But yes, very well. Ask me
I'm
what you will.
horrified. I'm looking for Kabash. I heard you were one of the last people to see him.
Ah, I knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous.
This isn't gonna be for
Please,
today's
let us
episode, by the
leave
way.
live coals safely
Today's
beneath us.
votes. You can trust me, we're foreigners, and we foreigners have to stick together, right?
Very well. But the magistrate would not look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself. For several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the temple of Demeter. Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that we may have a bountiful harvest, and yet the next day when I return, the food is missing.
How strange.
So I ask, who or what is devouring the food in this temple? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw?
Nothing? It's what my guess is someone who had been drinking.
Nothing.
Ah,
Nobody
it was
entered.
nothing.
And yet when I went to take a look, my offering was gone. It is bizarre, is it not? When
It's
I
really
told
weird.
my friend Kabash of this at the tavern, he offered to help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, he was never seen again.
I'm off to the temple then.
I do not think you should pursue this, my friend. It would break my heart to be responsible for 2 people disappearing.
I won't
But you
disappear.
do not strike me as a kind of person to be deterred by such warnings, so just be careful, I beg you.
Deal, man. Deal. Okay, wait. Are you voting?
Hey.
Not yet.
Ah, that is all.
Oh, who are you voting for?
Hilarious.
Yes!
Did you know he saved the life of my young friend?
Yes,
Fabio?
okay, we got
The
2.
man is a hero.
2 votes. Time with something
But
else.
of course, I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Okay, I got 2 votes there.
Ah, a new face. I hear we had
Who are you voting for?
Hilarious. Definitely.
Yes! Okay,
He put an end
3.
to the notes and graffiti I've been receiving.
How about something else?
All right. Nice to talk to you.
Okay, so we have 3 votes. What? There's him. 1, 2, 3 left.
How'd you do? Hello there, friend.
I took you from the shrine of Diana, only to discover you locked me inside with angry hornets, and I managed to escape after a harrowing ordeal in the palace. And traveling back in time, here I am.
Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the sun too long? You seem a little confused. Perhaps you should go and see Lucretia in a clinic.
Sorry, Chechi. Who are you voting for?
Sentius, I suppose. Stability is always good for business.
Cheshire just slid off of the top of my fridge. I'd like you to vote for Galerius.
Yeah? And what's he going to do for me? He's nothing.
Would a gift change your mind?
Certainly. For a few thousand
Oh, are you
denarii.
okay, baby? There's no way I'm paying that. I'll find another way.
Oh, that's a shame. Come back if you change your
You
mind.
okay, baby? Your foot's all liquidy. You want my ice cold mitts? Okay. I'll be going
Very well.
now.
Another
No,
time.
I don't like you. Okay. Dominicus.
What now?
Who are you gonna vote for?
I'm not going.
Oh, cool. So we're down to 2.
Whatever.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, then
Just
we're good.
remember, I'll be watching.
Cool. Then, Virtuous Man, check. That's an entire episode on its own, that's also voting. So,
On your best behavior.
let's
I
just
trust.
push it up.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the...
I gotta do this. Sorry, Cheshi. Can I ask you some questions about escaping the underworld?
I beg your pardon?
Olivia was right, we're in the underworld.
Oh my. That is... Let's see. We don't... Hercules was able to... Sisyphus and... So it's...
Okay. Alright, better get back to it. Are you voting? Cheshire, stay down. Hi. Hi, who are you gonna vote for?
Sentius, I suppose. I'd have to be insane to vote for Malleolus after what he did to me.
Would you consider voting for Galerius?
The farmer? He's a good man, but I think he's more valuable on the farm than as magistrate.
Frick. Okay. Well, we're gonna hope
Alright,
for the
friend.
best.
Thanks for the chat.
Okay. So let's go ask her if she can rush it.
Ave again. Did you find...
Status of the
It
election.
must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Galerius, the challenger. Why do you ask?
Could we start it now?
As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dusk. But I suppose...
Holding it early may prevent conflict between voters.
Yes. I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments. The last thing we need here is additional conflict. Very well. I'll get things started right away.
Cool.
Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Okay, so I see 3 for Galerius. And 2 what, for Sentius? This guy would vote for Galerius too. 4. Mr. Rheumatoid Arthritis.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius Helver. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots, and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Dacius.
Sentius.
Virgil.
The man who put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius.
The man who treated my rheumatism.
There we are! Mother
Citizens,
fricker, we
you
did
have
it!
made your decision. Your new magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helver.
What?
It has been decided. Magistrate Galerius, would you like to make a brief
What?
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Magistrate Galerius, go hang out with Dooley and get our motherfucking plaque. So we'll have 2 plaques. Let me talk to Dooley. Free him. Free him.
It gladdens my
Hurry
heart
up.
that Galerius
Free
and
him.
Urdu.
I'm watching you. Yay, magistrate. That's so cool.
Fortune smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius.
Why don't they have Dooley stay with Galerius at all
So
times?
happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon.
Hello?
Hi.
I'm Dooley.
Hi,
Magistrate
Dooley.
Galerius said I should thank the newcomer. Are you the newcomer?
That's me.
Oh, it is you.
The door wants to beat
Thank
him.
you. You're a big helper. I was locked up, but they let me out again. I'm so happy.
You're welcome.
You can have my shiny plaque if you want.
Thank
and
you,
maybe
Dooley.
You can help me find my treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me, and he said he always would. But then he died. But before that, he told me if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something
That's so
very
cute.
precious.
What was it?
He gave me a key to the cisterns and told me to keep it safe. He said there's something very precious way up high. Please help me find it. Please. I had to keep it a secret until I found someone I could trust.
Wait. Wait a minute. I gotta see something with this.
Oh, thank you. Here's the key.
Key to the upper cistern is below the great temple. Then she must be around there somewhere. Somewhere up there.
I hope you find it. In the cisterns.
Oh.
Way up high, Hannibal said. Oh, look over there. Something shining. Is it treasure? Maybe it is. I can see it for myself. And it's just lying out here in the open. Maybe
Well,
no one wants it.
we're gonna go get triggered, so I'm gonna go rob these people real quick.
Just this morning,
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I did not even have time to get there. Okay, so we're not gonna rush the votes next time, because now we know we have it. Now we know Galerius will win. We have the plaque. We have our key to the upper cistern. So now we need to get the Egyptian plaque and the mysterious plaque. I got the one that's hidden there.
Salve, friend.
Hi. I have some things I need you to
Sounds serious.
do.
I'm listening.
My list gonna be longer. Julia.
Oh,
Julia.
no.
Okay.
All right, I can do that.
Rufius and Virgil.
Oh, Virgil. Poor Rufius too, I guess. All right, got it.
I need you to help Fabia.
All right, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood.
And then Malleolus.
What? Are you... You're serious, aren't you?
Dead serious.
I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message.
That's it, go.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Yep, that's fair. Okay, so he's gonna run and take care of all that junk. Let's go deal with Ulpius. Actually, that can wait. I want to check out Demeter's temple real quick. Awesome. So now let's go over to Demeter's temple. Well, Galerius, that is indeed his name, is running all those errands, so we can go get lost. So he's already voted. He's already for Virgil. He's for Galerius. Ulpius will be for Galerius. We're going here. And so we have, I think, the Greek plaque. We have, I think, the mysterious plaque. So we're gonna keep going deep down for this one. And I have a feeling this one's gonna take us to the Egyptian one, actually. Yep, the Egyptian plaque.
Ah, a visitor. Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I'm Eriss.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I don't freaking know. I'm looking for a plaque that was removed from the obelisk.
Ah, yes, that cursed thing. I know exactly where it is. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I've been living down here alone for many years.
Who are you?
With nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody.
Unfortunately, you are
I'm
dead.
hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Pluto.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
Sounds easy enough.
Wonderful. Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
Not sure it's a complex question.
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the Golden Rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult.
I guess so.
Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the Golden Rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Am I in therapy? Whose version of right and wrong?
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this.
I think I'm in therapy.
Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
There's more than one.
How can that be? Since they all have differences, it follows that in some cases they would offer different conclusions about what is right and wrong. If there is a correct moral code, then wouldn't it follow that only one can be the correct one?
My brain hurts. We're going with the longest options because I have a feeling that those are the more correct ones. The correct moral code depends on the laws and customs of whichever society you're in.
Ah, you know, I think you'd find an ally in Herodotus, a scribe from among my people who lived some 400 years ago. He told the story of a man named Darius, whose curiosity was piqued when he learned that a certain tribe had the practice of eating their dead. He asked some Greeks who burnt their dead,
Why would I be
"What
piqued?
would it take for you to eat your dead?" Aghast, they replied, "Nothing." Then he asked the tribe who ate their dead, "What would it take for you to burn your dead?" "Nothing," they replied, equally aghast. From this, Herodotus concluded that custom is king, that right and wrong are merely local ideas which do not survive the journey from one tribe to another. I
Correct.
take it you're in agreement?
Yes.
Then let me ask you this. If you visited a tribe where they ate each other, copulated with the dead, and drank wine from cups made out of human skulls,
The copulated part
would
would
you
be
still
issues.
maintain that within such a tribe, there is nothing wrong with such conduct?
Yes.
Disturbing. And while I do not agree with you, at least you would have the support of Herodotus.
What's your point?
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
I'm not sure about that. What about do not kill?
Surely you would agree there are circumstances where an exception may be made, such as where it is necessary for self-defense or to prevent a greater evil. For any rule, you can imagine there are countless situations in which that rule may be suspended, and those situations are impossible to codify. If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them.
That's
And
true.
so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
I agree with that.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case,
I don't know why I
thank
thought
you
so
for
hard on that.
humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
What's your story?
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'm listening. I'm intrigued now.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully.
You did
Back
a great
then, I
job.
used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunk mercenary. It became heated. He drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of
Wait, so
course,
you're
I
aware
tried to
you're dead?
persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned.
Who
what
are
I
you?
could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
Hades, you mean
They are
Pluto?
one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
What's your name other than the hermit philosopher? Why can't you return to the
My
surface?
generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
Why can't you tell me your
I
name?
fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Where's everyone else?
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness, and
You can
despair.
die starvation in
It
the
has
underworld?
been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
How have you survived down
Living in
here?
darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
Let's talk about something
you
else. Where can I find Kabash?
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people.
Yes, we
When
do
the
that.
Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not.
Yes.
Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the
Yep.
city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
I'm with you so far.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
What did it
I
say?
had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden.
Why are there
Suddenly
tunnels?
It made sense why there was an out-of-place
Why?
Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
This better not be a
I
trap.
assure you it is not, although it will be dangerous. I urge you to exercise caution. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
Cool. Awesome. And I will
I
be
enjoyed
going
our
now.
chat, but please keep my presence here a secret. Yes.
Alright, I will. And with that is the end of our video. So if you guys enjoyed that video, slap that like button if you guys want more content from me. Subscribe, and until next time, be good, behave, stay out of trouble, and don't go crawling into random catacombs and building old tunnels only to get buried in them. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!